it's like a collection of blood. You know, she even bruised her brain. She had like several broken bones. Like, I would be, like, if I was a parent, I would be freaking out. And like, sitting there, waiting to hear news, so worried about my poor daughter. But no, he was just sitting around like it was no big deal. Anyways, this is what it says. After falling out of a second-story window, Greg's toddler was rushed to the hospital. These are the tweets sent by Greg as his child was hospitalized. And that's the window she fell out of. The one that I circled. You know, it's an okay house. But that's not what we're talking about. Circled in red the window for which his child fell, which is what I was just saying. And not to mention this disturbing tweet. Stand in front of the mirror over there. The world can show how pathetic and helpless you are. I'm going to humiliate you, and right before you lose consciousness, I'm going to destroy you. Which is a disturbing tweet that shows the twisted thoughts of Greg, a.k.a. James, a.k.a. Onision. Hi, Coda. I'm doing a video right now, boy. Anyways, I don't know... Coda... Anyways. There you go. I don't know if there's any way to zoom in on this. No, I don't think there is. It's really small, but I'll try to read it anyway. Location 60006 133rd St. Northwest PCO. This is a known subject we've received numerous calls on from around the country. He is known on YouTube as Onision. Our detectives are aware. Also, the FBI has opened a case and are reviewing his video content. The R/P is reporting a YouTube video that depicts a skit from August. Highlight the evidence that supports the investigation claim. And this is the report. I assisted Detective Moss at Mary's Bridge as she interviewed Kai and James. See her supplemental report for more information. There was no evidence collected. There's nothing further. On 9/12/19, at approximately 19:25 hours, I received a phone call from Deputy Grote surrounding an incident that occurred at Blanked Out. Deputy Grote explained that James Jackson called 911, reported that his 2-year-old had fallen out of a second-story window by pushing the screen out. Deputy Grote said that he had been out of the residence before to assist Child Protective Services in checking the children due to the concerns that James ran a YouTube channel with content about child molestation. Deputy Grote said that Blank was being transported to Mary's Bridge via ambulance. I met Deputy Grote at Mary's Bridge Children's Hospital. Blank had been brought into a CT scan immediately upon her arrival. I spoke to Lieutenant Johnson, number 5044 of Medic Unit number 51 with Gig Harbor. When they arrived on scene, Blank, Kai Johnson was with Blank. Lieutenant Johnson said that there was a window screen partially underneath Blank, which was broken in the corner. Lieutenant Johnson said that the fall was not witnessed, and he was told that Kai was in the kitchen making dinner and James was in the garage. Lieutenant Johnson said that James said he had heard tapping outside of the garage. When he went to investigate, he saw that Blank had fallen. I spoke privately with Kai. Kai agreed to be audio recorded during our conversation. We got interrupted during our conversation by medical staff, so my conversation with Kai is documented in 2 separate recordings. The following is a summary of our conversation. For full details, please refer to the audio recording, which will be booked into evidence in the PCSD main property room. Kai said that when she went to make dinner, she put Blank in her room to watch TV. Kai said the window was closed and that Blank's bedroom was open. Kai said that her 5-year-old son was in the living room watching a different show, which was why she put Blank in her bedroom. She described Blank bed as a twin bed. She said she was not sure how Blank could have gotten up to the window. She said she believed that the headboard of the bed and the window did not overlap, so that she did not Blank had fallen until James ran upstairs and then out the front door. She said James yelled to her to call an ambulance, which was when she came outside and saw that Blank had fallen. Kai said she dialed 911 but gave the phone to James, and that she walked in with Blank. She walked with Blank until she waited with Blank until the ambulance got there. Kai described Blank as very active and said that in the past she had climbed and stood on top of tables in the home. I spoke privately with James. James agreed to be audio recorded during our conversation. The following is a summary of the conversation with James. For full details, please refer to the audio recording. Sorry about that. I've got to check how much time it is. 10 minutes. Okay. So it goes on, basically. Basically, the police report from his child's fall. Note that it mentions that Onision recorded the kid's fall. James said that he was in the garage on his computer. He explained that he works from home. James said he heard what sounded like a deep voice and tapping on the exterior of the garage. James said he thought that it was Blank who was outside. James said Blank was not supposed to be outside, as he went upstairs so he could go outside to see why. Blank was out there. James said he got part of the way up the stairs. He could see that Blank was in the living room playing a video game. James said he went to the front door and saw Blank laying on the driveway near the garage. James said that while waiting for an ambulance, he took a video showing the window down to the cement where Blank was laying. I asked James why he took the video. James said he wanted to be able to show the doctor exactly where she had fallen and expressed concern that she had hit landscaping rocks which were right next to the driveway. He also said that he thought that about needing to show the police what happened and spoke about the incident in 2011 when a friend it looked like he was responsible, so he took a video of himself calling 911 so he could show the police he was not responsible. Here's the thing, if you're a good, reliable person, you shouldn't have to take those great measures to clear your innocence or whatever. Like, it's just, honestly, I find the fact that he was making those kinds of posts while his daughter was in the hospital possibly dying was way worse than, like, taking a video of it, you know. I mean, it's kind of insensitive, but he has a point. Like, it is good to have a point of reference and, like, you know, give the doctors a frame of reference and show them what happened. So I don't have a problem with that so much. I mean, it is a little suspicious, but I think the thing that is most concerning here is the fact that he was making these kinds of posts while his daughter was in a hospital getting treated. Then Ladybot literally said, "I'm grooming you nicely." Twitter's tweet sent from Onision's spouse, Kai. "This image needs no further explanation." And Onision doing blackface, although I'm not sure if that's blackface or just a face mask. It looks kind of like one of those face masks that they do, but the caption says racism. Onision, pictured here, utilized the infamous blackface look. This was originally done as a form of making fun of people of color. And not to mention, he was, like, rating young girls on a scale of 1 to 10 in, like, scantily clad clothes. When operating Onision.xyz, Greg had a section entitled Rape My Body. This section was very popular among girls between the ages of 12 to 16. It was later changed due to controversy, but the thing is, it's kind of creepy that he was rating girls, like preteen girls on the internet. And in the freak out video, Onision is seen standing in his underwear. We blurred the image because the garment left nothing to the imagination. It's like, dude, seriously, it's underwear. Hurry up and recover. I want to fuck you again. I love K-pop. K-pop fans are the coolest. Don't be embarrassed. Your ass looks perfect when you're on all fours. You have nothing to hide. Which is more posts that he's made. I'm not sure if that was when his daughter, when his daughter was sick and fell out a window. Obviously she wasn't sick, she was injured, but you know what I mean. It says, tweets, Greg once again demonstrates his lack of respect for women, which I don't agree with. I mean, it's not disrespecting women. Like, sex happens. But the context is what we need to look at here. And but the case was dismissed. And then here's a message sent by Onision to an unknown user. I never had a stepsister that I know. I mean, I technically had one, I think, but I never met her. So I don't really know what that is all about. I just know when I was 13, my gay cousin tried to see me change in front of him and play strip poker, and I kissed my cousin in her sleep, and it was really embarrassing, but that's guys plus puberty. Gay or straight, we are weirdos. And he literally says, "My stupid bitch 2-year-old daughter just ran into a wall and started crying. I threw a beer bottle at her and mocked her for costing me money." He literally said that. And this was Greg posting about his own kid. It's like so messed up. And here you can see the trial. You can read this. Jackson, Kai, Jackson James with long hair is posting odd things on Twitter about being violent sexually with Kai and wanting to hurt him. RP has tried to message Kai and Kai was not responding, and Kai's husband does not usually post things like this. Posts at LOC is also Kai's 2 children, UNK ages, UNK weeps, UNK in box/hi, 2 friendly dogs at LOC as well. Another police report, of course, and then, what's this for? Tamara is the moderator on Onision's Discord, just as Onision has in the past. We find her doing some victim shaming. It ain't that person who owns the laptop. That person who owns the laptop is constantly lying about things being on the laptop, then mysteriously getting deleted. I feel bad for Billy. No one's gonna press charges. They would if it was James. Because he's getting ripped. It's easy for the victim stories to line up if they're all in Discord talking about how they're gonna bring down the person they hate. I know they have a private Discord. Exactly. Regina was reportedly taking apps for victims to show up on the show, regardless of whether or not they're pretty enough to go there. And then, as you can see, you can read that. Stop living in a fantasy world where you pretend people with mood swings are fun to deal with, and they are not, and you know it. People who are self-destructive, same. Emotional instability, yep, no one wants that. The list goes on and on. I won't sit here and pretend your mental disorder is okay when you refuse to get it checked, and you refuse to stop yourself from hurting other people. I say again, don't be friends with people who are unmedicated and blank, which is more victim blaming and like totally bad. It's like, it's so sad because it's so mean to people with mental illness. Like, yeah, get it checked, but act like people with mental illness are so bad. Anyways, you can read this. Pause if you need to, so you can read it, what it says. My storage is running out, so I should wrap it up soon. But I just wanted to show you guys all the evidence I found. So yeah, this is pretty bad. So I ask you, why is this dipshit still on YouTube? That's what I want to know. I mean, I know his Discord server was taken down. Thank God. Anyways, the evidence here speaks for itself. Onision, you're a piece of shit. Over and out. Peace the fuck out.